What would you do if the person you've been dating has been with you for 2 years and you've met each other's families, but they don't wanna put a label on your relationship? I'm so excited to get into today's dating dilemma. By the way, I'm Talia. Welcome back to Dating Intentionally. I'm loving this series where I get to answer more of your questions here on YouTube, not just on the podcast, which, by the way, you can listen to on any podcast platform if you're trying to figure out how to date without all the stress and the BS. If you have a dating dilemma that you want some clarity on, you can submit it anonymously in the form linked below. Let's get to it. Hi, I am a 29-year-old gay male in a situationship with a 26-year-old gay male. We met 2 years ago at the bar he works at. He gave me his number on a receipt, and the last 2 years have gone by, and he has yet to commit. He feels as though titles ruin relationships, and he doesn't want to ruin anything between us. He spent Thanksgiving with my family, and we drove all the way to his hometown to spend Christmas and New Year's with his family. We recently went to his job's holiday party, and everyone was asking me about us, and I deferred the questions because I honestly don't know either. I just know we work really well together and there's no commitment. Well, after the party, he got drunk and told me he will never be good enough for me because I'm successful in my career and he's just a bartender and that it's time I walk away. But I love him and I cannot see my life without him. He's also such a big part of my family and I am with his now. So I'm just very lost on how to go about this because I feel like he's backing away. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Like, should I just walk away? Wow, 2 years. You've met each other's families, you love each other, and he feels like titles ruin relationships. That is so rough. I would love to hear in the comments what your advice is. If you've been in this situation, I'd love to hear what you think about this. Here's my advice. It sounds like you are committed, but not in the way you want. And you deserve the labels and the level of commitment you're looking for. But I want to acknowledge the level of commitment that does exist here, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't care about labels, but let's just take stock of what you did share that shows he's super committed to you. The family stuff, right? You've met each other family and you're seems like you're very integrated into each other's families, which is wonderful. You are hanging out with his friends and his coworkers. You've been together for 2 years. I'm assuming it's been exclusive this whole time. And that shows that he is all in. But I understand that the label thing is where you're getting stuck. I would explain to him why labels are important to you if you haven't already. Like, we label a relationship because someone who is your partner or boyfriend or girlfriend has a different level of significance than a friend, and it would be weird to call my husband my friend, right? A label is also special because it just signifies that importance. With the label, you're saying, this is the person I'm in a couple with. We are in a unit, we are together, and it's okay to need that. I would tell him what you see for the trajectory of your life as if he wasn't in it. You could say, like, I see myself maybe buying a house in this part of town, or living with my partner and getting married, or maybe having a family, or whatever it is. I know I'm just listing the generic things, but whatever your vision is for you, no matter who it is with you, map that out with him. I know I'm just listing the generic milestones in a relationship, but whatever your vision is, map it out for him as if like he wasn't even the picture. It's like, this is what I see for myself. This is the path I'm on. And clearly you want him to be a part of it. It really sucks to be the person in a situationship who wants more because the person who wants less is usually getting their needs met but and won't walk away. Meanwhile, they're giving you just enough to make you hope that it will turn into whatever it is you're looking for and yet your needs are met. Meanwhile, they're giving you just enough to make you hope that they'll come around and give you whatever you're needing. And you never know. I mean, it sucks. And I do think it's okay if this is a deal breaker for you. I really do. As for what he drunkenly told you, I would recommend coming back to that conversation if you haven't already, obviously when you're sober. That's a him issue though, not feeling good enough for a partner, like, his story in his head about how he isn't successful enough because you have whatever job and he's just a bartender, like, that's his stuff to work through, it's not yours. You can't work through that for him. There's really nothing you can do other than give him reassurance, but he might not even internalize that reassurance because he believes that he's not good enough for whatever reason. And unfortunately, we can't love someone into seeing themselves the way we see them. I wish we could, but we just can't. That's just something he needs to work on, and my heart goes out to both of you, honestly. Since you're in this situation, I would say you need to decide for yourself how much longer you can tolerate this situation where you're pretty much in a relationship, you're just not calling it what you wanna call it. You're not labeling it the way you wanna label it, even though the other everything else is there. It's like the shell of it isn't what you want it to be, but the inside sounds like you love it, right? You're enjoying it. I don't like to sugarcoat things, but this might be what leads you to ultimately walking away. You deserve the commitment you want, and he might not be able to give that to you right now or ever. I don't know if it's worth waiting around to find out because, again, like another 2 years could go by and then 2 more years, and you're still in the same boat. So, yeah, to recap, I would come back to that conversation about him not feeling good enough and encourage him to work through that on his own beliefs. I would also explain to him why labels mean what they mean to you and what it would look like. And thirdly, I would also talk to him about your vision for yourself and that you want him to be a part of it, but that's your path, right? That is what you see for yourself, whether he is going to be part of it or not. Let me know what you think. I really am curious to hear what you would do in this situation or if you've been in this situation. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for more dating advice every week. And of course, don't miss the Dating Intentionally podcast for deeper dives into topics like this. It's available on all major platforms. I'll see you next time.